I'm Ryu. Oh, scoot over. My bad. Sorry, Kwan. Anyhow, this is the Lee Woodall, and for you, Chris Veira, the Randy White 54th edition.
Nice.
Of the other side of the ball. Yes, going a little bit of answer, giving you some little history.
Appreciate that.
No problem. As you know, we are going to war this weekend, as you know.
Yes, we are.
Big matchup. So it's me and Chris again. As the rest of our panel is
they don't
on
like us.
assignment again. So it's me and Chris gazing. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
I can't complain. Excited. A lot of great matchups in sports going on. Baseball playoffs. Of course, our team's doing battle yet again. Actually, this is the tiebreaker, I think it is, in regular season matchup. So somebody will have the advantage in this series after Sunday night.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
But nonetheless, we have guests galore. We have 2 in studio and 1 on location. And Ogar, 702-608-3259. If you want to call in and chat with us, once again, the number is 702-608-3259, live on the Vegas Media Network. And
I was wondering when you do that sometimes, I look at you and I'm like, how does he remember that? And I forget it's up on the screen.
It's up on the screen.
I'm being a dumbass.
Even though I could write it down, but since it's right there for our viewing pleasures, why not just go for it?
But see, I'm cut into staring into your eyes rather than looking at the screen.
You and I have been doing a lot of stargazing lately when it's just been you and I.
And that's happened quite a bit lately.
Yeah. But nonetheless, like I said, we do have 3 guests 2 on the studio. One is here. One is actually here right now. We'll get to that in a second. And then we have 1 that is on location. Speaking of which, are we good to go with that, or still need a few minutes, Quan? Couple of minutes. Okay. So, we are officially on. Yeah, breathe. I know.
Stretch.
So actually, we are officially on countdown. We are exactly 59 days away from the start of the fall. Yesterday was the 3rd, and of course we're 58 days away from the start of fall. So a lot of things coming into shape. Rosters got to be due soon, since that is your expertise. So when is the deadline for final rosters due? For that matter, for those that are watching us for the first time, and you being the division manager, what is the cutoff, or what is the last date that rosters have to be finalized to start the season?
Well, we are, Kelly and I have been talking about this, and the thing that I want to do is try to get us rosters kind of finalized, because, as you know, rosters aren't totally finalized until you play that first game.
Okay.
So once you play that first game, there is no movement.
Okay.
So realistically, we're trying to get rosters due in roughly about the 1st of November.
Okay.
So that way we kind of understand where each team is. And then once we have those rosters, we'll go from there. And then that first game, no movement. We're not going to be doing anything after that. What we're trying to do is, we understand the fact that there's a bug in here. We understand the fact that these coaches have gone out and, they have
heavily
really recruited. So, it only would make it right that, if you got a guy on your team, man, that's where he's playing for the season.
So no in-season trades, or if you're released, you can't go to another team?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
so stay where you're at.
Inquiring minds that, are watching, they might want to know. So we're just trying to give you all the nooks and crannies and details and, the rules per se.
Yeah, everything that we can. Because, I want, just like everybody else, when we're talking about people for Las Vegas, we want everybody ready to play on that first game.
Okay, Mo, are you serious? You really trying to play? You serious about this, Mo?
Mo.
A friend of mine that I used to work with is watching. He just said, I've been trying to get signed up. So I'm asking him, is he really serious about playing?
Well, you know what? If he's serious about playing, he said dead ass.
Oh, okay.
So that tells you right there.
Okay, well, if you're still in here, Mo, go to the website that Mama Blaze just put on in the chat and go sign up. So, again, for those that are really serious about playing, it is in the chat, thanks to Mama Blaze. Go to that website and sign up. So, I'm just...
And here's the thing. Once you're signed up, it doesn't mean you can sign up as a free agent, right? You don't have to sign up under a team. So, Mo, sign up as a free agent. Make yourself a free agent, and then we can get you on a squad. That's not a problem. So just remember that.
There you have it from the words of the division manager, one Chris Veira. So there you go.
All right. So, Quan, you got Danielle? Almost.
Okay, so we are waiting on our guest. So
again, stretch it.
So greetings to all of you that are watching via on the page on Facebook. We're glad you're with us. So again, like we said, we're counting down to the fall, which again happens in 58 days on December the 3rd, which it'll be here sooner than you think. And more than anything, when Sky is playing, you actually get to be in the booth with us. So that's pretty doggone that's doggone exciting.
I'm excited about that, man. I can't wait. I'm thinking, I'm thinking 2 or 3 things ahead, and I'm like, can't wait to do this.
All right, so we are ready for Miss Danielle. Miss Danielle, are you there?
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
We got you. How are you?
Look at you on TV and all.
Well,
I'm
well, if you don't know who this is Miss Danielle, who was a very big part of the fantastic weekend that was in Bullhead City back in July. So, Miss Danielle, please tell us what exactly. Well, I guess you could say this is like a 2-part question. One, explain how you got involved in football and what exactly that you do.
Okay. Well, technically, I got involved in Little League cheer coaching, and then it just went from Little League cheer coaching to, you might for the semi-pro team to play. I'm like, oh, here we go. Okay, so I'll mind the gate. Then it went to, okay, Miss Danielle, do you know how to fix this, or can you screw this screw with the semi-pro players? And then the last 3 years, I was like, look, there's too much talent sit on the field. Let me try something else. Let me try to get these players to get to the next level. And that's where the scouting part started 3 years ago.
So how did you end up getting involved in scouting?
Because I had a semi-pro team for 5 years. And then, there was so much, oh, Lord, y'all, color.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got you.
Wait, my thing just went off. There was so much talent left on the field, and I was like, it's not fair that these guys don't get to go to the next level, or they don't know how to go to the next level. So I said, well, let me help them out. I put myself through school. Oh Lord, y'all, I got y'all looking at the door. Oh my God.
And a Christmas tree in October.
No, it's actually, look, my tree actually is got skeletons on it. Okay. But listen, y'all got to bear with me with this.
Hey, it's all right.
Hey,
we can still hear you. Go. There you go.
Ha! We're back.
We'll figure it out sooner or later.
Technology, you gotta love it.
So I said, there's too much talent, just left on the field. So I felt like it was in me to get the knowledge to get the players to the next level. And that's what I've done the past 3 years, is network with people, talk to people, paying attention to a lot of things, just getting my name out there, listen, guys, I can help. And it's just gone from there.
So question for me is, and it's a simple question. You and I kind of talked about it during halftime of the championship game, but your thoughts on the talent that is in A7 right now?
Whoa. Okay, first off, that was the first time I ever seen A7 in real life. TV does nothing for A7. Seeing it in real life, I had chills the whole game.
Wow.
It's my kind of football. We all in there. It's crazy. The talent, the egos, the pride that goes into actually stepping on a field with no pads and no helmet. At first, I was like, oh, y'all crazy. But actually watching it was amazing. That was one of the best football games I have ever watched in real life.
So if you plan to possibly get involved with the A7, what capacity will that be in?
Oh, I don't know. Moving players to the next level. I mean, I wouldn't want them to just stay staggered, where they're not able to go and move up to the next level or don't get paid for their talent. But whatever it may be, I'm here. If it involves football, I got y'all. I promise.
She says, if it involves the pigskin, sign me up. Got it.
Well, I mean,
Yes.
we talked about it, during halftime, and she was, God, Danielle, I don't even know the best word to use when I'm saying when I'm trying to say it, but you were like,
she was a very intense
she
individual.
was mesmerized, and we're sitting there talking about it, and she's like, the whole time we're talking, her eyes are on the field. She can't take her eyes off the field. Even though she's having a full conversation with me, her eyes are staying on the field, and that's when I knew, okay, she's into this game.
She's in. She's been bought in.
Big time.
Yes.
So for those that don't know, what exactly or what capacity did you play in championship weekend in Bullitt? I know you were heavily involved with the combine. What did you do in the combine while it was out there in Bullitt City?
Well, actually, in the combine, what did I do? I ran the 40, rode down broad jumps. I mean, I was like all over the place, coaching some of the players like, hey, listen, if you do this, you cut some time down, or if you make this move, it's a better look for you. So, I mean, from the combine to there was one injury that I did help with to sitting on the sidelines, like just watching. Like I did a lot of looking, and I know my face was like blah, but I really enjoyed that whole, like I was just like,
there's a smile on her face that nobody could get off. She was enjoying
but there was that one time to where she really was about to go off because she just like, I'm over it. I'm like, I need to chill out before something happens. So we're not gonna go into that.
Yeah,
we won't. No need to go into that. But no. I mean, she played a huge part in making sure that championship weekend was a success. So I guess my next question would be is, what does the future hold for you?
Oh my gosh, you guys, that actual weekend, like I'll never forget meeting Luis actually has made me eligible to now put my own NFL scouting resume together.
Oh, well.
Send over to him, and we're going to see where it goes from there.
Next level. So
yeah.
My question for you would be your opinion. Do you feel like A7FL players can make that jump? And what would be the next level from A7 for these players?
I believe if you have it in your heart to play with no pads and no helmet, you have it in your heart to play with pads and helmet on any level to get paid. We're not paying for playing for free anymore. But them A7FL, they have heart. And to have heart, you have to have a good mental, and they do. And I feel like a lot of them can go overseas. I really do. Because when you go overseas, you're there 6 to 9 months, and then you can't come home next week. You have to stay there. So those A7FL players, their mental is there, and I believe that they're ready to go overseas. A lot of them.
So have you sent any players overseas, and if so, how many have you sent?
I have sent 26 players overseas.
Okay.
That is my favorite, due to the fact that it's an opportunity that they would never be able to get any other way if they didn't play ball or were in the military or whatever the case may be. Those players get everything: food, housing, Wi-Fi, transportation, uniforms, medical, plus they get paid to play. I mean, they're like instant celebrities as soon as they get there.
Rock stars.
Indeed. So from your perspective, how does the A7 game translate to playing with pads from your perspective?
That's a hard one. And I say it's a hard one because I seen less injuries that weekend than I have seen since the NFL has started this season. And those players literally have absolutely nothing on. So to say how it would translate to padded players, like there is no translation. I'm going to be honest, because the less injuries, then the healthier the player stays. And what I see in A7, I didn't see too many injuries than I've seen in the past 2 weeks in the NFL.
Well, there is a lot of non-contacts going on in the NFL, and a lot of it happening on turf, but that's another debate for another time. So, do you plan to stay in lock with the A7, and or what would you like to do to helped contribute to A7 if you plan on still collaborate with the A7.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. A7 got me for life. But let's bring one to the booth. Let's bring one to Louisiana.
Oh, well.
So there we go.
Expansion. Well, I've been highly advocating to go to my home area, so you know what? Why more expansion? Why not? I'm all for it.
Your home area?
I am from the Bay Area, Northern California, born and raised.
Uh-huh.
Not totally raised. He's here in Vegas now.
To Louisiana.
Well, I've been a local 17 out of the last 18 years, yes, but home is home.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, now what part of Louisiana specifically? Are we trying to talk about New Orleans, that area?
No.
Okay.
I actually live in the country part of Louisiana. I stay like 30 minutes from UL, the Raging Canes. We're not gonna talk about them. They don't play too good.
Raging Cajuns.
In the area, close to the area that I live, which is around Baton Rouge, on the outskirts of Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Some big bad boys here.
So
there are some country boys there that do love football, absolutely.
And some big country boys.
Yeah. They are corn-fed like none other. That is a fact.
Nebraska, the only other place.
Yeah, you never lied on that one. Yeah. That's for sure.
What do you do for a Friday night? Oh, we go cow tipping.
Right.
I can't stand you. but that's the country life. I can only go off a story, so.
If you would have seen where I was over this weekend, you'd have been like, yeah, Chris, you were cow tipping.
You probably were.
Man, that's a story for another day, for sure.
All right, well, so I'm presuming if that can happen, Miss Danielle, I'm going to presume that you're going to be perhaps maybe an owner per se. If that does happen, is that a fair assessment to make?
That is fair. Very fair.
Okay. I just had to ask.
I'm just glad she's part of it, man. 'Cause, I mean, Danielle, it was great to meet you, by the way, when you were here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic. I had a great time, and talking to you was fantastic. You're a very knowledgeable person. I'm glad we had a chance to meet. I'm glad we had a chance to talk.
Just don't make her mad.
No, I saw that side of her too, and I'm like, woo, that's just like,
don't make her mad.
It's just like Island girls, man. You don't just don't piss them off, because if you do, you in trouble.
No, it's just like, okay, if she's mad and Kelly's mad, that's not a good thing.
No, I'm walking away.
Both of them mad, go far.
I'm walking away.
Get off the field.
I'm on the other side of the field. If they're on the one goal line, I'm going to the other.
I'm like, no, I don't want that smoke. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Nope.
No. Not today.
And I saw that anger in her eyes. I'm like, I'm done.
I went back to my chair, said, this is not my battle. Danielle, go sit down.
It could have been. Yeah, well, but I'm glad you went and sat down.
Yeah, because the passion was ready to come out for sure.
Oh, man.
That's all I can say. So let's go back to the championship game. What moments stuck out for you during that championship game? Because you were obviously focused and dialed in and locked in. What moments from that game still sticks out for you months later?
Okay, now you guys bear with me because I do not remember player names or whatever the case may be. All I remember the play is one of the players on the Insomniac side hit the deuces and took off to the field goal. Like, that was the third time he had did it. I don't even remember who it was.
Davik. Yep.
Timothy. He is him, as Corey Hammond would say. He is him.
He is definitely him.
Once he hit the deuces and he took off, I just giggled. I was like, oh yeah. See, like, this is the kind of football that I like.
And of course, what was the big thing with that? Bagway was covering him. And they made sure that Bagway's tongue was hanging out after those couple of plays, taking him deep 3 or 4 times.
Well, again, like I said, Davik easily could have had 5 of them.
Yes.
Like Logo Davis did actually in that game, because there's a couple of balls that Scotty missed where Davik had a step.
Oh, I know Scotty wanted them back because those were easy.
Yeah.
Those were easy touchdowns.
But hey, I mean, a hat trick is still a hat trick, and that's a pretty good day at the office for sure.
You ain't kidding.
All right, so well, actually, Miss Danielle, the next time you come out here, we would like to have you actually in the studio with us to talk some ball, if that's okay with you.
Yes, listen, that weekend, I cannot thank you guys enough. That weekend was absolutely amazing. Like, even though, we're here. Oh, by the way, I was the only female in one of the houses, y'all. Don't ever. that again, okay?
Okay. Whoa.
Mama Bear, when it comes to football, I was ready to choke them all. I said, y'all, I'm leaving y'all. Bye. Like, I just wanted to deal with football. But other than that, that was the most amazing weekend I had.
Okay, first off, how in the hell did that happen?
It was a matter of open houses.
Like, did you do something wrong? Did you lose a bet? I mean, how did that happen?
So I got to one of the houses first.
Okay.
And it was that Thursday night. And then I became a driver. Now, how all of this... Oh, yeah. We're going to talk to Derek about that.
Uh-oh.
So you became a chauffeur.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, so then, I go to the house and I'm like, hello? It's nobody. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I get the room. I picked the room with the bathroom in it.
Of course. You're there first. Like, first dibs, absolutely.
At this time, and 2 more guys. By the time Sunday morning came, there was like 12 of them in the house. And I was like, yo, I'm not Mama Bear. Deuces, I'm going to the game. Bye. And I left them all.
Oh, well, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Just because you're the only woman there doesn't mean that you got to do anything. I mean, they could cook for themselves. They could clean. They're all big boys.
Actual statements. All right, Miss Danielle, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for having me on. We're going to have to do this again when, y'all don't talk about my Christmas tree that's actually got skeletons on it.
Well, don't flip your camera. We won't have to see it.
Right now, the song This Is Halloween is going through my head right about now.
She's going to flip the camera. Don't do it. Don't do it. She's going to do it. She's going to do it. She's going to do it.
And
well, there you go.
There is Skeletor.
Yes, you definitely have skeletons on your Christmas tree.
Yeah, look, this tree is like year round, okay? So, any holiday, any given holiday, it's decorated.
Valentine's Day, she got hearts.
It's the best.
With skeletons.
Yes.
Well, she is the Miss Do-It-All Everything, trying to get A7 in her area. The one, the only Miss Danielle Ledet. We thank you, Mama. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks, same to you. So that was Miss Danielle Ledet, who was a very huge part of the success in Bullhead City. And again, to our viewers that are watching us in the chat, and for those watching us on YouTube, we appreciate y'all. Again, 702-608-3259 is the number, 702-608-3259 if you want to chime in and talk about what's going on in the American Sevens Football League. That was our first guest, and of course, we have another guest that is actually here with us right now. But before we get to that, again, we had talked about, and Miss Danielle also talked about the championship game that took place in Bullhead City. You've heard Chris say many times of how many people he has gotten to watch the game, and now they've been hooked in. Of course, I've been talking about it with my peoples in California. Of course, the All-Pro Java, 7 people?
No, I've watched it 7 times.
Oh, you watched it 7 times. Well,
7.
That sounds about right. But for me specifically, I've watched like the second half at nauseum.
Oh no! I've watched the whole thing from beginning to end.
I know, but for me, something about the second half.
Well, because that's the comeback.
That draws me in. Well, I mean, the whole game as a whole was fantastic. I mean, like I said, you've heard us talk about it at nauseum about it. But again, if you want to watch that game, or if you want to watch the games that happen between Sigrid and the Insomniacs, if you want to watch the 2 great meetings between the BIC and the U.
But you know what? I got to shout out the 3 gentlemen that called the game.
Oh, yes.
Because every time I watch the game, I hear something else that I missed the first times that I've watched the game. So shout out to Corey, shout out to Matt, shout out to Big Rob, because their commentary, there's times that I missed it and Corey had me rolling.
Well, in my mind, I can only count how many times Big Rob got up, walked down the museum to clear his mind of what he saw of a play with the microphone in hand. Then it's one of the rare times that, because we all know Corey can talk and talk and talk and talk
and then talk
and talk some more.
Yes,
that's one of the rare times you really saw Corey Hammond really have nothing much to say because he was in awe.
I wish we would have had a camera in the room, because to sit there and I would love to see Corey's face with some of the plays because it had me rolling.
Well, you saw you saw his face when Coach Tice was up there in the booth during the half.
Yes. Yes.
And like the little inner kid came out of Corey Hammond.
Oh, big time. Big time. But the little inner kid of me came out when we're standing on the sidelines watching the game.
Well, like I told you, one of the greatest moments of my young broadcasting career so far was me and Scotty on the sideline. All of a sudden, here comes Coach Tice just towering over me and him. And we're like, hey, Coach, what's your thoughts on the game?
And you're not kidding. That man is.
It's like, am I interviewing Andre the Giant?
Dude.
But again,
6'8".
Yeah, that's a big man. But he gave his stamp of approval on the league. Again, I mean, there's a lot of people that put that weekend together to make sure that it was a success. And as I've said many a times, on that particular weekend, on that particular night, the A7FL as a whole won. I mean, yes, a team had to win, a team had to lose, but the league as a whole won. Now, again, it makes perfect sense to be where you saw, of course, Coach Tomlin of the Steelers and Big Ben talking about just give us 5 minutes.
Yep.
And this championship game can understand why they're telling you to give it 5 minutes, because what these men do, and as I've said before, we get to do what we do because the players are the heartbeat of this league.
Big time.
Without them, we don't get to do this show that you and I and with the rest of the panel, we literally look forward to every freaking Wednesday to do this show. You don't understand the excitement that we get, because I mean, we chat, we talk about it, what guests you want to come on, this, then, the third.
Oh man, you're talking about a guy that got on an earlier flight last Wednesday just to get here, just to be in the studio and do the show, even though I missed the first 30 minutes. So it tells you, I mean, when I say I took an earlier flight, my flight wasn't supposed to leave until 5:15.
Really?
I jumped on a 4:15 flight.
Oh, did you?
Just to get here so I could be on the show. So that tells you.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said,
it's too much fun, man.
Just as the players are passionate about playing, and you've heard Miss Danielle said the passion they play with the no pads, no helmets, and they do this just because
heart.
Oh yeah, it's all heart.
All heart.
That's why they are the heartbeat.
Yes.
But as mentioned, if you want to know how you can watch these games, like I said, if you want to watch the epic battles that Sick With It and the Insomniacs had, if you want to watch the epic battles that Sick and Force had, if you want to watch the 2 epic battles that the Patterson U BIC had, the back and forth between the Watchmen and the Nightcrawlers in the Eastern Conference Championship game, there's many outlets you can go to. One, of course, there's Caffeine TV, which gave us very high viewings for the championship game. Over, I believe, 800,000, if I'm not mistaken, watched us on Caffeine. There's also YouTube on the A7FL page, and also there's A7FL.tv. And, of course, for our friends overseas, internationally, globally, you can watch it on DAZN. So there's many, 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 many outlets that you can watch the A7FL as we just continue to trend.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to take something nasty to Quan's car. This is a second week in a row. Second week in a row he's making fun of me. I got you. That's all right.
I'm not sure what I did.
That's all right.
Did he put another logo and I missed it?
Look at the chat. Look at the chat and you'll see. Because somebody said something about my hat. And then he had to comment afterwards. I'm going to get you back.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm going to get you back. No, don't worry about it. I'm going to get you back.
Biggie just said, Quan, relax. I'll be back in November. Shout out to Biggie and Friends. Watch Biggie and Friends on You Heard with Biggie and Friends. That's also on the Vegas Media Hype Network. So shout out to
right now.
Shout out to Biggie. He'll be back in November.
Maybe.
If he pays.
Oh, shots fired. Oh, no.
Right across the bow. Right across the bow. Anyway.
So again, Caffeine TV, A7FL.tv, and of course, A7FL TV on YouTube is where you can catch all the A7FL action. And again, next season when we go back nationally, we'll be celebrating, hard to believe, our 10th season. And it will be with the Insomniacs in defense of the title, looking to see if they can repeat as champions. But we actually do have a guest in the studio, and Quan, if you can play his highlight reel.
Oh, for a minute there, I thought you were going to say his theme music. I'm going to be like, damn.
Give me my theme music.
Damn, man. You got to give me some theme music. I'll probably be going back to Cali.
Which version? LL or
LL?
Okay.
Hands it off.
That's Shep.
To Shepard, and Shepard to the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, no. No, they're going to mark him out at the 1.
How did he knock the pylon over?
How do you, yeah, no. I don't know about that.
Ball in the wrong hand.
Now, normally you see him as one of the hard-hitting defenders on defense, but actually in that particular playoff game, he found the end zone twice, running the ball. But nonetheless, Mr. Justin Shepard of Sickwood is in the house. How are you, good sir?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Doing
Good,
good.
man. Talking to that mic for me, man. There you go. Yeah. I don't think it's on. See, Quan's too busy typing in puke emojis on my end.
Check.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Getting some feedback with the mic. That's never a good thing.
That's that good energy.
There you go.
There we go.
You know what it is? No, it's because he thinks he's Corey Hart. He wears his sunglasses at night.
Or Stoner Shades. Bay Area reference.
No, I'm doing good, you guys.
No, thank you for coming in. We appreciate
Yeah, we
it.
appreciate it, bro.
No, I appreciate you guys having me.
So, is it my mic?
Keep going.
Okay. So, just real quick, give us your assessment from this past season, which by all means for your team it was successful for the most part, but you guys fell a couple of steps short. But give your assessment on the season and what you guys are looking forward to going into the fall.
Building blocks, just being able to take one step at a time, and obviously we have a bad taste left in our mouth from last season playing with Sick, and what we took that as just a testament to what we're trying to accomplish going forward, not just trying to just do one and done or just having a team for one season and then fall apart. You just build on whatever we had last season and just keep going forward with the momentum that we have. But definitely left a bad taste in our mouth, and we're ready to just accomplish a lot more this season.
I think the one thing that I wanted to ask you, when you're looking at what you guys were able to accomplish last season, and you can't take it lightly. I mean, there's good teams in the division. There's good teams, nationwide. And I know your expectations were higher than where you guys finished. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, we've talked to Mark about it. We understand where you guys want to go. My question to you is, sometimes when you're battle tested like that, it brings out a better person, a better team overall. Do you feel that with how things went down last year for you guys, do you feel that this is going to be a better team moving forward because of it?
Definitely expectations are high as far as like what the organization expects of us as players. And I say, yeah, I mean, with at least 90 to 95% returning players, which is a good return rate for any team,
Absolutely.
any division, any.
Absolutely.
For sure.
So, I mean, I know that we have what it takes to win the championship. I know we have what it takes to be one of the best teams to ever play on this level. And just we want to create a dynasty and something that people can talk about for a long time, not just, oh, that was a good season, or, oh, that was a great player last year on that team. No, that's a great team. Those are brothers. They've been playing together for a while, and we watched them grow up together. And that's what we're trying to do with Sickwood as an organization. I played with Pit Bosses first, and most of my brothers from Pit Bosses came over to Sickwood with me. So we're just trying to be able to establish and be confident in what we're doing as far as being players, elite players on the field.
So did you finish last year with any injuries whatsoever?
No.
So everything I see you doing, because I see, obviously we're friends on Facebook, and I see you out there working, man. I see you out there just really, I mean, people got to pay attention.
Well,
you're putting in that work.
Just being ready for every opportunity and just preparing myself for whatever comes. Everybody wants to be great, but then when the opportunity comes, I've been on the other side where I wasn't ready. When opportunity comes, I wasn't prepared, even though I would talk good talk. So, it's enough of just being able to talk about it. Just stay on your grind. If the world sees it, if the world doesn't matter. Just preparing in silence, preparing when people's watching, people sleeping. And that's one of the biggest things being successful is not worrying about what people are thinking or doing.
No, man, I agree with you. I agree with you there, because, I mean, people have a choice when you're doing anything in life. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether you're playing football, for me, in business, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. And the thing about it is, to be ready for opportunity, you got to be prepared. And if you're not prepared when opportunity knocks, guess what? it's going to move on down the road.
Exactly.
So I appreciate what you said by always being prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, I think this is the second off season that I've really paid attention to your Facebook page, and I see you continuously working. I mean, when I say that, I've even seen you post, hey, if anybody wants to, I'm going to be over at such and such field at this time on a Sunday. And I'm like, damn, he ain't taking no days off.
It's a lot of young guys that aren't motivated to just get up, just to go do something, you know? And so with me being one of the vets in Vegas, period, just showing them, like, doesn't matter. Just keep thriving, keep working. You know, somebody's watching. Somebody's going to see you. Somebody's going to appreciate your hard work. Yeah. And if not, you're going to appreciate it more than anything.
Well, I mean, if you get a chance to go from, you know, and I've seen guys, you know, and I've played with guys in the flag league that were sitting on the bench, you know, and they're like, man, I want to get some PT. Well, bro, show me what you got. You know, all I see every time I give you an opportunity is you blow it. So show me what you got. And I had a couple of guys that when we had practice, first one's there, last one's to leave, they're putting in the extra effort. And then when we get to game day, man, they're out there balling. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you know, the practice like you play, people take it as, well, if I practice, you know, half-ass, I'll play half-ass. That's not what that means. Practice like you play comes down to the fact of you've been doing it over and over and over again in so many areas that when it is time for you to make that play, you've done it so many times, it's second nature.
Yeah, muscle memory.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, Mamba used to talk about it, and he used to talk about the
mentality.
preparedness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be prepared for everything. And his thing was the only reason why he hit so many game-winning shots, he practiced them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it means by, you know, having that opportunity and being prepared. So, no, I respect that, man. I respect that deeply.
Now, take me back to the playoff game against the Forster, where now most people that watch you play, you're known as a very hard-hitting defender, one of the best defenders in our league. And then you were utilizing the running game. Was that something that coach just came to you and say, hey, I might need you to run the ball? And, you know, obviously you being the teammate and the team player that you are, you know, took advantage and found the end zone twice. Did you always want to play on offense, or you just find yourself strictly as a defender? You just find yourself as I'm just a football player?
No, that's funny because I came in to play running back. I came in to A7 to play running back to help Trey Robinson with the Pit Bosses.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
And they didn't need a running back for the Pit Bosses. They needed more of defenders. And being me as a team player, I'm like, I'll play where the team needs me to play. But I've always played running back.
So that's your natural position?
I play running back my whole life.
Okay.
So that's just a couple of things that are, you know, just the transition going from offense to defense, just really trying to be the best team player and do what I can to help my team be in a good position to win. You know, even though I know I'm a better running back on offense, I know that when it comes to playing on the team, it's not about how good I am at one position.
Now, not to give anything away for the fall, but are they planning to utilize you more on offense this upcoming fall season in the fall brawl, or we just have to wait until December 3rd to find out?
We haven't really started practice or anything yet. I think we had one condition practice already, and we did all right. You know, we had a few guys come in just to see where we're at.
Just to test the limits?
Yeah, but we haven't discussed anything going forward. The organization is happy where it's at right now. And we're excited about this next season and the transitions that we have, whether it's defense, offense. For me, I'm ready to win a championship. I'm ready to put it all on the line. You know, I'm ready to put the team on my shoulders if that's what it takes. You know, so that's just what it really where we're at right now as far as like offense, defense, special teams, everything.
And look, I ain't gonna lie to you. If a Vegas team goes to the national championship again next season, in our spring season, and we win it again, I'm talking mad.
I know you are.
Talking mad.
I know you are.
Yeah,
because I mean, look,
you've been quite humble
because
since the 23rd of July.
Look. Bottom line is, you know, you can talk anything you want about me, and it's, you know, Justin you'll know what I mean by this. Say anything you want about me. Do anything you want to me. Don't talk bad about my family, and don't try to mess with my family or my friends. Because if you do, you're going to catch an ass whooping like nobody's business.
Facts.
For me, say what you want. Do what you want. I could take it. I got broad shoulders. I'm a big dude. But when you start in on my family and my friends, we got problems. Yeah. So I mean, it was no big deal. And, you know, some of the guys reached out to me from the East Coast after that, and they're still reaching out to me, and I'll always be there for them, because I would be lying after saying that this is a fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
And
if
you've ever played football, if you've ever known, you've ever been hurt, you've ever done anything with football, and people have been there for you, that's what it's all about. And so anybody could pick up the phone and call me, and I'll be there for them. You know, I might not be able to always be there for you financially, but I'm going to be there for you and pick you up and dust you off and help you get back to where you belong. So as long as you show me the effort, guess what? I'll be there with you.
So is there anything that you're looking to, Shep, to sharpen up your game and add to your repertoire for this upcoming fall pro season?
No, not really. Just getting back to the drawing board, getting back on my brothers, getting back on my team, just, you know, seeing what the organization has for us coming up. And, you know, Mark is a real strict coach. He wants us on time to everything. He wants everything to be in line. He wants everything to be organized, and he wants us to be held accountable. So I'm just looking forward just to have, like, you know, everybody around again and just getting our head focused. And, you know, it's championship season.
It's family.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
There is a particular story going around about you knew Derek once upon a time when you used to play quarterback.
Yeah.
You see the look at yeah.
And your celebrity status. Did you care to elaborate on that?
I knew Derek back when I was 22. So I'm not 22 anymore.
I don't think anybody at this panel is 22. Oh, to go back.
So, and I met Derek.
Years.
I met him and his wife, and the last time I seen Derek, he always reminds me how I was just like irresponsible. I left my house keys in his car, and I didn't have a cell phone like that all the time. You know, being young, just ripping and running, just was irresponsible. So left my keys, never got them back. They probably still in the back of his car right now. You know.
Hey, just so you know, and yes, I'm gonna talk on Derek, because I've known Derek since he was 19. Don't get it twisted. You ain't the only one at 22 that was irresponsible. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, that's the reason why I'm able to say that, because I realized I wasn't the only one. You know.
No.
So yeah, but yeah, Derek he's always been cool with me. Always kept in touch. You know, we ran out of touch for a little while, and then we came back in touch when A7 came around. And I mean, Derek's never changed though. He's always been the same, humble, ready to help somebody, ready to go to lengths. Like I said, he was giving me a ride home the last time I seen him. So, and then we played for the Vegas Lions. I don't know if you guys know about the Vegas Lions. We played at International in Henderson. And I think I played like maybe 4 or 5 games that season. And then I went back to the Demolition, I believe. I don't know if you guys know the Demolition. They play in the WWFL with Mike Howard.
No, I didn't know them, but I knew of the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I know about
Obviously.
I know about Axe and Smash Demolition, the old WWF, but no, not the football team.
No. But yeah, Derek's always been cool, man.
You know, we were talking about that earlier too, because most people don't know. You know, Derek. A lot of people know him as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. Derek was a hell of a defensive end. See the look did you see the look? He's like, what? Yeah, he was a hell of a defensive end.
Oh, okay.
When we played in the flag league, that boy, I think he still, well, I don't know if he still does, but he had the single game sack record.
Oh yeah.
Playing in the flag league.
Well, he played D-line, so he like more. So how many sacks do you think he had? Like maybe 3 or 4 or 5?
Oh man, you know what? I don't know, man. You have to ask
Only
him.
reason I'm asking
was it more than Derek Thomas, because the record in the NFL is 7.
Yeah, I can't remember how many sacks he had, but
yeah, I'm gonna have to challenge
he
that.
he had a ton of sacks, but it was funny because you saw the post that I put on there.
Yeah.
So we had Christopher Williams,
Mm-hmm.
aka Jason, at 1 defensive end, and then we had Darius Rucker, aka Derek Duncan, at the other defensive end, and they created so much havoc, man. I mean, I think in that season, Jason, out of a defensive end, had 3 picks.
Oh, no, that's legit.
Yeah.
from the DN position.
Hell yeah, return one of them for a touchdown.
Which really makes me wonder, and I wonder if Cole, the statistician in New Jersey, if he's watching, I really would like to know what is the sack, what's the record for most sacks in a game in A7 history, and who's the career sack leader in A7 NFL. So Cole, if you're watching, if you can try to research that and let me know, I appreciate that, because that's a very intriguing stat I would like to know.
Derek just said it was a combo for him and Jay combined for 17. I don't know if that, dude, please. 17. I don't think that was in a game. I think that was for the season. But please, by all means, Derek, since you're listening, just let me know, because I can't remember. We're going back too far.
Okay. So, Biggie, you want to be in the booth for spring? Am I reading that correctly?
One game.
For
17
one game.
sacks in one game.
Oh, 17 sacks in one game.
17, that's a lot.
Yeah, between the two of them.
That's 17 snaps.
Yep.
You're looking at maybe half a year of snaps in a game, sacks.
Dude, our defense during that time when it was him and Jay were freaking outrageous. Our defense, if you put up 14 points on us, you were lucky.
Well, you know the Al Davis rule within the first 5 minutes of the game. The quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
Oh, this quarterback went down all the time. I mean, he was like a drunken prom date, but that's a whole nother story.
3 sacks in one series, twice in that game. Well, that's highly efficient.
That's 6 sacks.
That's 6 sacks right
That's
there.
6 sacks in a game.
That's
so, another thing I wanted to point out, which was a very interesting post that I read, that you're at a high school game, and the student section is yelling out your nickname, which if you don't know his nickname, it's Cool K Shep. They're yelling out your name, and go ahead and tell that story.
No, yeah, it was actually a surreal like feeling for I went to the game. It's Rancho game, you know. I went to Vegas High School, so Rancho and Vegas does not.
No.
It's like, yeah.
Like this.
Wildcats and Rams not getting along, you don't say.
But I went to the game and I don't know, the student section, I'm just walking by, I'm recording one of my athletes, and I just hear all these kids are yelling my name. I don't know any of these kids, so I'm just thinking it's me. And then they're just saying, yeah, we want a picture with you. You know, they're like, we know you. You know, Zach is one of our best players on the team. We see him all the time. It's 15, 20 kids up there.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And then just to have them to know what I do as far as a mentor, a leader, someone who wants to help others as far as be better at their skill. And then they want a picture because I'm there, and they're motivated, you know. So I mean, it was fun. It was a couple weeks ago, but it was actually I'd rather go on the field next time though, you know. So this week we're going to be at Rancho. Probably get on the field, try to get on the field with my team and stuff like that, and get some shots and stuff with the kids.
Okay,
You should, man.
but before we say so long for now, Biggie just saying he is hanging up the cleats after fall brawl. So there you go, some breaking news here on the other side of the ball. So now
Wow, that took my thoughts.
wow,
Wow.
boy, Biggie's gonna come for Quan. But anyhow, any final thoughts? Just I see you brought in some gifts, so please promote your business.
Yeah, so I got the clothing line going. I brought you guys some merch. Got the Cool Case tee with the "It's Personal" on the back. You know, Coach Prime, It's Personal. So the season for me. There you go, Chris. That's one for you. I got a black one too, but it's personal for me this season, and I thought it was perfect for going into the season. And when I dropped my merch, the Prime collection, and it's personal. The whole season is personal, and this one's for you.
Well, bless you, sir.
So I appreciate you guys having me on, and just want everybody to know that Cool Case stands for self-love.
Okay. One more thing. Is there possibly a chance you might be playing ball with pads somewhere down the road?
If the opportunity presents itself in a real lucrative way.
Okay.
Other than that, no.
Okay.
Smart man.
Had to ask. Had to ask. Anyhow.
Like I said, staying ready so that, any opportunity can come, and, the universe works in a funny way.
Yes, it does. There you have it. Cool Case, Justin Shepard of Sickwood, one of the most hard-hitting defenders and natural running back in the ASFL. We appreciate the time, brother. Thank you
I
for coming
appreciate
in.
you guys
Thanks,
having
brother.
me.
Thank
Good
you,
to
sir.
see you, man.
Blessings to you guys.
Well, that was Justin Shepard, one of our hard-hitting defenders in the league. So, Biggie, is this real? You are hanging up the cleats at the fall brawl. That is interesting. Now I know why he wants to be in the booth in the spring. There you go.
You can be on the sidelines. I'll be in the booth.
Oh, have him be the sideline reporter?
Yeah, man. I'm calling my shot now.
Oh, well, you go do, well, I mean, A 4-man booth? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, actually, Monday Night Football. Old Monday Night Football.
Who was the fourth person?
I'm trying to remember because I remember they had a fourth person for a little while. It was a 3-man team, and then they had a fourth person that came in. So obviously it didn't last very long.
Well, Quan, if you can play the next package for our next guest, who really, 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 truthfully doesn't need no introduction.
Nothing.
Because he is that guy. As Quan is adjusting to make his face look all pretty, if you will.
Yeah, I haven't seen Charlie come up lately. I don't know what's up with that.
Well, here you go. Here he goes.
What? There you go.
Now, Chris is happy now.
Uncle.
Chris is happy, and,
What's up, Uncle
and
Charlie?
I'm pretty sure Derek's happy now.
Uncle Charlie.
Which, by the way, that's Luis Ojeda. That's your fault. Love you, but that's your fault. You started it. Anyhow, if the package is ready.
The throw caught, and that's Trey Robinson. Bobby Eric Shepard. Eric Shepard takes it to the house. Scooter to Shepard. Coaches only. Touchdown in Tampa. Pardon me, Vegas takes the lead.
Did I say stop at the sticks?
Yeah, you definitely did.
But you got to make the tackle because a stop at the sticks turns into just the same as a go route if you can't make the tackle, and that's a great conversion from a great player in Munchie.
Man, making him look
Eric
bad.
Shepard, a.k.a. Munchie, a man who we spoke with at length yesterday, Corey Hammond, about this game, and he was hyped and he's excited, and right now a 1-point lead for the Insomniacs after championship points.
He taught us.
There's shooting the arrow, and then there's throwing on top of his head. There's blocking 3 people as RTC on a flat tire goes to the end zone. I mean, really, there's really not many things that this gentleman can't do on the football field from the national champions, the Las Vegas Insomniacs.
Pretty sure this boy could walk on water.
I'm
pretty sure.
No.
I'm pretty sure. He's gonna be humble now and say, no, I can't do that. I can do everything else, but no, I can't walk on water.
You can call him a lot of things, but one thing you must call him is a champion, and that is the one and only Mr. Munchie, Mr. Eric Schufer Jr.
Hey, man.
We had him many times on Skype.
Absolutely.
Finally got him in the studio.
Finally.
I was able to make it in today,
Good to see you, sir. How are you?
Let's get out of practice a little early, but, I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad you made it, man. Good to see you.
So here it is. Obviously, months have passed. Does it still feel surreal? Has it really sunk in yet?
I mean, it sunk in on the field, for me. We this is what we do, football. It's what we do. So,
But you know what? There's something that I don't think anybody's asked you. What's it like to win that championship with family?
Man.
Having your brother on the team.
Absolutely.
We was talking about that on the
which was one of the great still photos that I think Nick took, which was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was Nick or Steve, but I mean, there's a
Great
still photo with you and him embracing, which is one of the best photos I've ever seen.
Blood brother, my only blood brother, only full blood brother. My bad. And we've been hit and miss. He's done other things. I've done things. I've went and played college. He's went and played arena. Smaller arena leagues. I went and played arena. He's played semi-pro. I've come and played with him a little bit. But to win that national championship and my brother right there embracing me, that was something, because I've always been right under him.
To which, if you haven't seen him play, he's no slouch either. I'm just telling you.
He was big shoe and I was little shoe, so I was always in the shadow, and a lot of that, I just figured out a way to come out of that shadow, and then us playing together now is special. And not just him though, I consider that whole team my family, so it's a little different.
No, I mean, just watching you guys all season, it definitely was a family atmosphere. Like I said, there really wasn't no bickering. If there was ever a more cohesive, a together team, it was you guys, and that was displayed. I mean, even when you guys were down 12, there was no panic. There was just, okay, we need to make a play. And then,
coming from my standpoint, you got to understand, I get to walk the sidelines every single week, and I get to see these guys and hear these guys. And I can say without a shadow of a doubt, no matter how much anybody thought these guys were yelling at each other, oh, hell no. Hell no. Anytime you thought these guys were arguing on the sideline, there was no argument. There was no argument. at all. These guys were working things out the way family would work things out. You get a little loud to be heard. You're telling each other, you know, like brothers, this is what needs to be done, and they're listening, and then they go out in the field and execute it. Period.
Well, you know, the thing is, like, we're all passionate. This is a passionate game. Football is a very passionate game,
And
like,
you have to play with emotion.
you know, that's just what it is. So when we're on the field, we're passionate. When we come off to the sideline, we're talking. We're in the middle of a game. We're still hyped up on adrenaline. It's passionate. You know, a lot of it ain't necessarily that, you know, we're clashing or going at each other. Like, what it is just, you know, people talk with passion. You know, behind the scenes, there were of course there were things going on. There's things going on with any team that, you know, ain't perfect roses and, you feel me, bubbles. But at the end of the day, like, everybody on that team was able to put all of that BS to the side and go, hey, we came together with a goal.
There's a goal,
and
yeah.
let's go get it. You feel what I'm saying? So everything that we had that was going on behind the scenes, like what Chris is saying is, you know, true to an extent. We didn't do it on the field, really. When we stepped on the field, it was football. But, you know, off the field and, you know, behind closed doors, there was other, you know, some small turmoil, some small arguments, some things happening. But, you know, I think the one thing that I could say is a testament to us is, number one, that didn't get out.
Kept it in-house.
You know, you didn't hear it. It wasn't a real big thing. And then number two, we were able to separate that from the football. You know, whatever it was, at the end of the day, we had to get it taken care of, because we would not have been able to win that national championship without everybody that was on that roster. And that's just the truth. You feel me? From, you know, game one, the what was it called? The Jamboree.
Oh, Jamboree, yeah.
To that championship game, like, we needed everybody. You feel what I'm saying? And so there were, you know, some people that were unhappy. There was, you know, some feelings that was hurt or whatever it was, and that's okay. That's going to be that on any team. But everybody was able to put their ego to the side, and I think that's the biggest thing with us. Like, we've all been playing together for so long. Like, we play against each other, we play together, but the major thing that we do is we all know each other. So when it comes down to it, like, nobody plays with an ego. When we go to Florida, nobody plays with an ego. At any point in time, I can step on the field and be the number one receiver. I don't need to. Davik's there. Davik's the best receiver in the league. Go ahead. You can have it, little bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'll go to H-back and block everything, even like, you feel what I'm, because
which we saw.
Which we saw very,
you feel what
very
I'm saying?
well.
So, to me, it's just understanding that there's a bigger goal at play. You feel me? We knew what the goal was from jump. We said it. We're not just putting this team together to win Vegas. We're not just putting this team together to win the West. We're putting this team together to take the Natty, and, you know, we accomplished our goal.
So I want to ask you something, and hopefully you remember this, because I've heard a couple of different versions of it, but I want to get your version of it. So on that fourth down play, I was told that it was supposed to be a pass play.
No, it wasn't a pass play.
It wasn't.
Well, it's fourth down.
Yes.
So
Fourth down and 3, right?
It was fourth and three.
Fourth and
And
three.
we go in the huddle, and I tell Scooter, I don't care. Give me the ball. I mean, like, realistically, it's never a question. You know, everybody understands that. Everybody knows on fourth down, Scooter's going to munch with the ball. Nobody questions it. Nobody says anything about it.
It's just do your job.
That's what it is. And 99 out of 100 times, I'm going to complete it. I can guarantee it.
Yeah.
You can know exactly what I'm going to do.
He's not
and
wrong.
you can't stop it.
He's
Like,
not wrong.
you know, so for me, it was, no, give me the ball. Like, it's fourth down, 4th and 3. We need a first down. Whatever we got to do, give me the ball. I don't care how you do it. Find a way to give me the ball. And Ant comes in the huddle, and Mac is in the huddle, and they go, no, we can run the ball. They said, we've been running the ball all game. We can get it. And I looked at him, and I said, y'all want to run it? And the O-line was like, yeah. So I gave, you know, this. You can see it on the national championship broadcast. Like, I'm in a huddle giving, like, Eric Thomas type motivation. like, I'm telling everybody, like, hey, if this is what we deciding to do, then it better be everything you got. You got 6 seconds to block the person in front. Everything you got to win. And so, like, you know.
And you won 3 times.
Yeah, and you took and he takes out 3 people on
Right?
the moving screen.
Y'all want to know the craziest part about that?
What's
I
that?
did not know the ball was coming there.
Really?
Yeah, the play we had called was different in the huddle.
Oh.
We had to play, basically it was zone left. So give the ball to Wilkerson to the left.
Yeah.
And Scooter checked it at the line, and I didn't hear it was too loud. So when Scooter checked it at the line, I come off the ball, and, you know, I go inside to try to just block the corner, stay in his way, and I see Wilkerson coming out, and I'm like, oh, shit. So I see
Been there
the
a couple times
backer.
myself.
I see the backer and the safety come down, and I got the corner, so I just kind of pull the corner with me, come on, and then I just, throw a shoulder at the backer, wind up hitting the safety too, and it just kind of freed Ann up the sideline, So by the time the corner had came in, it was too late. Like he had went too far in, so it was nothing he could do. So while my objective wasn't to block 3 people on that play, I'm okay that I did.
I'm sure Anthony was too.
It worked itself out regardless.
Because let me tell you, when I saw him get that flat tire about the 12-yard line,
Yeah.
and then and I'm not pulling any punches. I'm telling you, God's honest truth. I saw him go down.
Yeah.
And then I saw you grab his foot, and I'm like, "Is this some kind of new prop that you guys are?"
No.
I had no idea that he was cramping up. So I saw you doing that, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And then I started to think about it. I'm like, "Oh, he cramped up. That's why he's okay." I got you.
Well,
got
I mean,
you.
when you run for 167 yards,
The crazy thing was people were actually talking like if you watch the broadcast, Corey and Big Rob and them, there was points in time where they were like, their run game isn't working. And I'm like, are we not watching the same game?
Right.
People don't understand the way run game work. We're coaches, so we understand it. The way run game ain't supposed to pop every time.
No, you're wearing the defense down.
You'll get a yard here, you'll get 2 yards there. You feel me? You'll pop one for 8, you'll pop one for 22. Come back, you get -3. That's part of the run game, but it keeps the defense honest and it wears them down.
Yep.
So that was our whole plan. Our whole plan, we was gonna lean on our run game because we knew what it was. We knew that there wasn't a team in the A7F. There still isn't a team in the A7FL that can stop our run game.
No, man, because they're in a team in the A7FL that can compete with your offensive line.
And mind you, we didn't have our 1B back.
and now
you know what I'm saying?
and now he's free.
And Tay is free.
They free throw.
We no longer have to talk about setting Tay free. Tay is free.
That's going to be a problem.
I'm still gonna wear the free Tay shirt the first game, but no, he's free.
That's gonna be a problem.
And a problem is an understatement. You feel what I'm saying? Because he's coming back with a vengeance.
Oh yeah,
he's coming back upset.
He's looking
for
contact.
Yes.
He feels slighted by the league, which is fair because that's what happened. You
It
feel me?
is
If we're gonna
fair.
be honest, I'm real vocal about my criticism of the league, but I'm also real vocal about my praise of the league. You feel me? I think this league is great. I initially, when Derek saw me in Florida a couple years ago, was like, you might as well come play. And I'm like, yeah, no. Like, you tripping. Like, I play flag. You feel me? I'm not playing tackle football with no
pads, no helmet.
And then it's funny because Wilkerson called me and was like, bro, come play against the Pit. This is last fall, bro. Come play against the Pit Bosses because they over there talking, and I just want you to come play. I'm like, bro, it's A7. I'm not really trying to. And he was like, nah, fuck that. I'm putting you on the roster. And I was like, all right. So I didn't show up the first 2 games.
Did he offer you chicken nuggets to play? I just want to ask.
No. I probably should get my. No, you know what he did offer me?
What he did? What's that?
He offered me my special mimosa.
Oh,
he absolutely did.
Well,
hold on. What's the special mimosa?
No. That's secret. That's secret stuff.
No, come on, man.
In case y'all don't know, like the back of my jersey say the God, right? So
Yeah.
at one point in time, I was the do-rag God because every game you see me, I'll have on a different do-rag.
Correct.
That's just what it is, right? So then now it's like it's the mimosa God. You feel me? So like if y'all want the plug on the best mimosas,
Yeah.
not around town, but like the best mimosas you can make at your house, holla at me. I got you.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna wait until after the show. I want to get that, man. I want to get that.
Sure,
I just call him the Black Rambo because he shoots the bow and like Rambo and doesn't miss.
It's so funny, man, because I started doing it's crazy. I started doing that when I started playing with Sick With It in flag. When I started playing with Mark, and Mark like he loved it, and so he would everything that I did, he was always shooting arrows, making shooting arrow gifts, and that's my boy still to this day. There was if it was different circumstances. I probably would have been on Sick With It, honestly, if the circumstances were different. But, it is what it is. I wish them nothing but the best, nothing but success. I think, going forward, this is it's a great time for not just the A7, but for the Vegas division. I think the Vegas division kind of got put on the map, as far as national coverage. And then, we obviously have the backing. We have y'all, y'all take care of us. But at the same time, we have the athletes. We have the teams. Feel me? We got a target on our back now. That's cool. I'm cool with it. Y'all go ahead. Y'all team up in the East.
So
it's not gonna work.
So with that said, one thing I did want to ask you is, okay, now you guys, for lack of a better term, you guys are now everybody's coming after you.
Yeah, talking about
now everybody's everyone's gonna give you their best AF because they're gonna give you their best shot.
We like that. That's what we want. That's what we bank on.
Because I mean,
we pray on that.
The first time we interviewed you literally said we don't care. We don't care.
Like I wish we could roll the tape. I know Quan got I wish we could roll the tape because Casey asked me a question and his question was, if you guys make it all the way, who would you like to see in the championship? And my response, pretty much verbatim, was, I don't really care. I would say BIC because they're the defending champions. I would say the U because they had just beat BIC, and so they look like they're the best team on the East.
Yeah.
I would say the Nightcrawlers because they think that they got DRC, but in real life they dog food too. Swear to God, these are my This is what I said during that interview on Skype. You feel me? I was at football practice.
Yeah,
so
you
for
were.
Me,
you were.
So for me, like the way I talk, it's not just coming from just talk. Like I talk this way because I got faith in my guys. Like I got faith in the people that line up next to me that they gonna get it done. You feel what I'm saying? It's not even just me. It's never just me.
And
I can take back seats. You feel me?
And Casey wanted to confirm he's not lying.
It's just one of those things where it's like if this ain't the attitude you got, you don't need to be playing the sport. I'm the best.
It's true.
I am the best receiver in the A7 NFL. There's not a question about it. I don't play receiver 80% of the time.
No, you don't.
Right? Because why? Because we have other guys who can do what I do. It's fine. You feel what I'm saying? Davik being that receiver makes him the best receiver. You feel what I'm saying? Like Davik goes crazy. I love watching Davik. You feel what I'm saying? Like some of them passes he caught in the championship alone. I love watching him because you can't.
Could have had 5 like Logo.
You feel what I'm saying?
Could have had 5.
I love watching him.
But
so
him
for
in
me,
the divisional championship game.
Oh, the one against Ohio, the one in Ohio.
Oh man.
Yeah, no. There was listen.
there was. I mean, he was.
Listen.
Look, I've seen toast from a cornerback. That wasn't even toast. Because you can't say 15 yards is toast.
No, the back of his jersey is what did the back of his jersey say?
Oh, the corner?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it said.
But it was like
it's like, yeah, you better change that now, bro.
No, he met Himothy, and Himothy is him.
No, for sure. So like for me, I don't care about the glory. And I think that's the beautiful thing about our team. Like very few people who care about the glory. Like very few, we don't care about the glory. Whoever gets the glory gets the glory.
Well, I mean, heck,
rings is the glory.
Well, I mean, perfect example. RTC was named MVP, but he gave you the game ball.
Absolutely. I still got the game ball. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, it's a brotherhood, it's a family. So it's not just, oh, this is somebody I know, and I'm just around them or whatever. Like we might fight, we might argue, stuff might get hectic, but the truth is that that's my brother. I'm gonna ride for him. Somebody did something to him, you feel me? I'm coming. Like that's what it is. So.
But that's what a family does.
Absolutely. And
you argue, you fight, but at the end of the day, don't let anybody else come into that fight.
No,
from the outside.
Never. I don't even think like in all honesty, I don't think Scooter gets enough credit.
No,
not even close.
I don't think Scooter gets enough credit.
No.
But you know what? I don't think Scooter cares.
No, Scooter don't care.
He don't care.
Scooter's probably my best friend. Like seriously, like my best friend. Right. So I talk to Scooter pretty much every day. Scooter doesn't care about the glory. But do you know how hard it is as the quarterback of a team trying to manage all these egos, right? All these guys that want the ball, all these guys that are really probably one of the best at their positions, and they're on this team because we came together for a greater good and figuring out a way to manage that while we're only getting over a month span. We got 20 offensive plays one time. In 4 games, we ran 20 offensive plays. That's nuts.
Well, heck, in one game, and I think you even said this verbatim, the exact number. I think you guys ran 8.
We ran 8 plays in one game.
In one game.
And 60 somebody.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what happens when your defense is literally scoring and trying to rival y'all.
Our defense was elite. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
well,
it was a total team effort.
You heard what AJ said. Please run to my side. Please run to my side. Please run to my side.
Yeah, I know we got the Mick twins. They get rough. But the thing is, like, even them, AJ don't care.
No.
AJ doesn't care. AJ deserved Defensive Player of the Year. I don't care. Oh, dude, like, your team was average, below average. You weren't that valuable if your team wasn't win. If it wasn't translating to win, that's just how I look at it. You feel what I'm saying?
Let me ask this question. Obviously, he's not here, but one of our panelists is now added into the family. How does the Viking fit in with you guys?
He jumps in the rotation. Like that's what it is. Like, yeah, think about it. Like we got dogs.
Yeah,
we got dogs, and then so you bring in a wolf amongst wolves, and They just joined the pack. Like it's
crazy.
The bad thing is there's no drop off, right?
No.
So you get AJ, and then you get C-Mac, and then you get JJ, and then you get Rock, and then you get Cunningham when he's there. Now you got Viking to deal with. Now we still got a bunch of guys who I can't even think of off the top of my head right now.
That's another person people forget about, because, I mean, Cunningham just put him right in. I'm like, who's this guy?
We got
Right?
Fresh Out.
Who is this guy getting sacked?
Fresh Out was single-handedly might been the most unsung hero on our team. And I say that because he played the entire year pretty much at nose guard for us. Being a two-gap player, holding up the center, finding, making plays, making it easy for AJ to get off of, blocks, making it easy for Chris to get off of blocks, Rock to get off of blocks. Like, he did it all year. And he may not have played one single down in the championship game. And his entire morale on the sideline during the championship game was, let's go get him. It was upbeat. It was supportive. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when you deal with a team of guys that's like that understand, hey, this game may not be my game, you feel me, to go crazy, but I'm going to find a way to affect the game. That's what we teach as coaches is, okay, you're not getting the ball. If my receivers ain't getting the ball thrown toward them, you feel what I'm saying? Find a way to affect the game.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to affect.
Do.
You feel what I'm saying? If I got to go block this safety, dig out this safety to free my running back up, that's what I'm going to do. So you have to find a way to affect, and that's why I'm saying I think he might be the unsung hero, but we had so many of those guys. You understand what I'm saying? That may not have played as much as they wanted to in the championship game, may not have played as much as they wanted to in the playoffs, but when it came down to it, there was never anything negative that came out of it. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you're dealing with that, and like I said, again, the reason I don't give Scooter enough credit, like I don't think Scooter gets enough credit, is because he's dealing with all that, right? He's dealing with all that and then still coming out and figuring out ways to be effective, figuring out ways to keep the team morale up as a starting quarterback, right? He threw what? I think he threw 6 touchdowns in that championship.
Yeah. But you guys,
it's nuts. He had 6 touchdowns. He threw 5. He threw me 2 and Davik 1 and Davik 3 and then ran 1.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about him because we talk about the RTC play. We talk about Davik's 3 touchdowns and we talk about my head top and
like I said, the one thing that impressed me, he threw 31 of them. 1 pick.
Yeah. And
One pick.
And that pick was terrible. We went back and talked about it. I said, bro, you threw a pick to Packer? What are we doing here?
Now, we can be here all even, but unfortunately, we are up against it. We have to wrap it up. So just go ahead and make your final statement to the rest of the league, as you guys are now heavy as the head that wears the crown, and they're coming after you. So go ahead and make your statement.
I don't care.
I was going to say, really? You're going to ask him? You know what he's going to say.
I just want to hear him say it again.
You know what he's going to say? By the way,
okay. Go ahead.
I got
Chris.
shout out to AJ because you know what? I'll never, and I love that kid.
Yeah.
And I love that kid because he's so humble.
Yeah.
He is one of the most humble people I've ever met in my life.
Absolutely.
And if there was a person that deserved a championship, that's that dude.
Absolutely.
That kid was in tears after the game, and I appreciated him all the way through.
He was in tears after he recovered the fumble to set up the game-winning drive.
I mean, that kid was something else.
If you look at that video that Blaze has of me and my brother, like, I'm crying. Right, my brother growing up, my brother won championships in youth football. I got there, lost. Like I've never had a chance to win a championship. Like in football, like where you play a whole season and then outside of flag leagues. I mean, but that's just flag leagues. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In football, I've never gotten a chance to win a championship. Never. And so for me to do that's my
Guess
first.
what we can't take away from you.
Yeah.
Guess what we're gonna be calling you all season.
National champion. But to back to Dub point. Let me look in the camera when I say this because I want y'all to understand this, okay? We don't care. You can go and get whoever it is you think you're going to get. You can pick up whoever it is you think you need to pick up. You can go practice 10 times a week. We're just better. There's nothing you can do. Once you line up in front of us, you lost, okay? I told the dude that in Ohio. We was in Ohio. As soon as we walked on the field, there was 2 things I took away from Ohio. Number 1, we in the stands. And the night crawlers and who are they playing? Watchmen are on the field like bickering, getting into it. It's probably my favorite story of the weekend, right? There's fans sitting up in the stands, right? And Mac, not Kenny Mac, but Mac Burton, goes, and that's a whole lot of arguing and fighting for second place.
Well,
he said that's a whole lot. Y'all doing a whole lot for second place. And I said, oh damn. So we walk on the field and we're at the 50-yard line and we're getting ready to warm up. And one of the dudes from the Ohio team comes and walks over and is sizing us up. And I said, bro, I hope you understand this is about to be the longest night of your fucking life. It's about to be bad, bro. Like this is about to get bad real fast. We got a flight to catch. We trying to mercy rule y'all so we can get up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? So I just hope y'all understand that. I'm gonna close on that. There's nothing. There's
and yet
nothing
that's exactly what they did.
Nothing that y'all can do.
Because they flew home with me.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
because I kid you not, and our thanks to Munchie for coming on.
Thanks,
like I said,
brother.
he's been
Appreciate you, man.
he's Skyped with us twice, but actually to get him in the studio, definitely fun.
Y'all know it's always love for me.
Oh,
you
yes.
feel me?
We
And like I
appreciate
said,
you.
I love the direction the league's going in. You know, I think now it's probably at a all-time high, and I would like to think that us over here on this side on the West Coast, we really help push that. You feel what I'm saying? Not just as players, but as league managers, as league owners, and stuff like that. I feel like y'all do a great job of marketing us and pushing us out there. You feel what I'm saying? And then it's helping the league grow and the brand grow. So
Well, the
for
chance
me,
we get.
There's just only one thing left to do, and that's repeat.
hey, that's it, man. That's what we coming for. So it don't matter. The fall, the spring, it don't matter. We got some surprises for y'all in the fall. I'm gonna tell y'all that now.
Scooter didn't mention that in the chat, so just
Yeah, we got some surprises. Y'all
58
gonna laugh.
days you'll get to see it.
Y'all gonna laugh a little bit. Y'all gonna be like, oh, what the hell is? But when y'all see it, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay.
Munchie,
That's why.
Brother, we appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks,
love
man.
y'all, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Well, on that note, to which Scooter did say when I interviewed him on the sideline on the second game, he said, we're going to go up there and we're going to mercy him. And he said it very nonchalantly.
And what did they do? Because I was walking through the airport, and I hear Chris. I turn around, and I see half the team. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing here? Oh, we're flying out tonight at the 9 o'clock. So am I. Flew out with half the damn team. So no wonder you guys wanted to get that mercy off.
They definitely had a mission. So as you know, as we are Munchie is always good for TV.
Yep.
Like I really want to watch his piece on this documentary that Mr. Deloach is doing for Clocked In Productions. I really can't wait to see it, which is coming real soon.
That makes two of us.
Anyhow, as we are coming towards the end of episode number 54, again, 58 days from the fall. 58 days to see the guys get back at it.
All brawl.
Get ready for the 10th anniversary season of this league. Now, again, as I've said more than once, the players, they're the heartbeat of this league. We don't do what we do without these players. Like I said, we have two guys in the league that double as commentary as players, of course, talking about our beloved Viking and, of course, Corey Hammond. They double dip, for lack of a better term. They play and they can be on the mic because they're passionate about what they do. As opposed to Chris is very passionate about what he does, being division manager, and of course being in the booth with us when Scotty is on the field playing. Needless to say, I always say we hope you enjoy watching as much as we enjoy bringing this to you because we really do enjoy this. And I know I've said it verbatim over and over and over again, but I mean, if you can just see the joy that these players play with, and you see the joy that when all the panels here, just the interaction, the back and forth, and the jokes and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's because we really are passionate about this league. And oh boy, he is ready for Sunday. He is ready for Sunday.
Hold on.
But
Jesus, Quan, I hate you.
but
I really do.
But at the end of the day,
Really, really hate you.
the stories that these players tell, these stories that they leave on the field, and what they do, just goes to show you how much this game of football means to them and just how passionate they are about this game of football. And you even see it with Miss Danielle with our first interview, how passionate she is about wanting to help players reach their goal. As Chris said so many times, it's a fraternity. It's a brotherhood. But even if for those that have never played the game, that cover the game, you're a part of it because that's just what football is. Steve Young said it so many times. Football is the ultimate team game. And it really is. And it takes a team effort to put all this together. What you saw in Bullhead City, it was a team effort to put it together. What's going to happen in the fall? It's going to take a team effort to put it together. But when you sit back and you look at it and you understand that, yeah, we put in the effort and now you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor, it's always a good thing.
Definite. And shout out to everybody that helps put this thing together because in reality, we can't do this by ourselves.
No.
And we try to make things run as smooth as possible. In between games, when you guys are up in the booth calling it, we try to make sure that everybody has everything they need. We keep a close eye on what's going on the field at all times, in case there's anybody that goes down with an injury, and we always hate to see that. But we know that, it's all going to be part of this game, the game that we love, and the game that a lot of us will gave up our youth for, really. And, I wouldn't have it any other way. Did I play pro? No. Doesn't matter. I had a snot load of fun playing in the flag league for almost 25 years, and I wouldn't do anything different, man. I made a lot of friends and enjoy seeing all these guys come together for A7 now. I wish A7 was around when I was playing, but nonetheless, watching it and seeing these guys play today is just, it's good to be part of it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
It really, really is. Just watching Matt Ryan promote the league and talking about, do you want to do this, and just seeing old footage of it being played on grass and played on grass with baseball dirt. It brings you back to your childhood because, for a lot of us, when you saw football intertwined with the infielder, that means two things. One, football season is coming.
Yep.
And two, it was time to go back to school.
Yeah, that was never a big thing for me.
Which we all dreaded. But it's just to see where it was when it first started, and now it's coming up on its 10th anniversary. Just goes to show you the blood, sweat, and tears that everyone before put in to put it where it is now. And now you have Indianapolis coming into the fold next season.
Well, we're growing, man.
Yeah.
And, the thing about it is, as we start to pop these teams and as more teams come into the league and we start to see more and more players coming in and understanding this game and having fun with this game, like you said, the one big thing that we've got over some of the others is the fact that we don't play with helmets. You get to see these guys face every single play.
You get to see their personalities. You get to see who they are.
Exactly. And you get to see whether it's the pain from the agony of defeat or the joy from winning the game. And we saw that firsthand with all the Insomniacs down in Bullhead, and that was an incredible sight. Just incredible. It is one of those things that you wish the cameras were still rolling afterwards to capture all of that. And I know there's video of it. I know that there's stuff out there, and I know that there'll be stuff that's played. But to be there in that moment was extra special, and I'm glad to be part of that.
Yeah, just to watch them, in a sense, act like kids. You just heard Munchie say, like, I've gotten the championship game and fell short, and then to have that moment, with your brother. Like I said, that photo is one of the best photos that I'll take away from that weekend, along with other things. Just
the pure joy, the pure
jubilation. You see Scotty instantly go from being a sideline reporter to being a fan.
Yes.
And joining in the dog pound in the celebration.
What about the photo with Derek and his wife, Jen?
Yes.
That's an incredible photo too, and that's one that'll stick with me for a very long time, because those are two people that I care very, very much about. And to see the joy of that is incredible. So, everybody who's listening, everybody who's part of the A7FL, we've got another season coming up. It's going to be a great fall brawl, and it'll lead directly into our next season, which will start in March. But all I could say is, if you are wondering what this game is about and you happen across this podcast and you're wondering what it's like, man, give it 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes. It'll be one of those things that you just can't stop watching.
Well, like Mike Tomlin said when he was being interviewed with him and Big Ben Roethlisberger, give it 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Now you have the Honey Badger talking about it. You got Cam Chancellor talking about it. You got other players that have played in the NFL now talking about it. It's getting noticed. You've seen it on the SportsCenter highlight. You've seen it on SportsCenter Top 10. Don't be surprised if it becomes a constant thing. Just, don't be surprised. If you want to see why it's trending, you want to see why people are watching International on the Zone, if you want to know why people are watching it on Caffeine, it's addicting. Like I said, you can watch the second half alone of the championship game and you can understand why this game
but watch a whole
brings
thing.
you in. But yes, watch the whole thing.
Watch the whole thing.
But the second half just it reels you in, like it reeled in Miss Danielle. Well, you heard her say it tonight. She's in for life. You've heard Chris say it many times on this show. He's here for life.
Yeah.
So, with that said, thank you to Pierce for, of course, subbing in for Nick Blaze, who was
Pierre
on assignment. To our other colleagues that are on assignment, Casey Cox, the Viking, and Derek Duncan, we miss you guys, and hopefully we will all reunite real soon. For Quan and his love for pineapple pizza, our special thanks to him as always.
Man, love you, Quan, but good God, no more. Damn it! You're not. No, get that off my head.
He's ready for
The
Sunday.
hell? Oh, okay, that's even better. Can you at least make it a pocket logo?
The mic's in the way.
Oh, here, let me just
adjust the microphone.
I can't get out of it. I got to go sit in the seat next to me.
For Chris Veira, who is ready for Sunday and has a stain on his shirt.
Yeah, I got some on my shirt. Right here.
I'm
It's a little
I'm Double A Anthony Alvarez, live from Shadaloo, saying thank you for watching episode number 54, and we'll see you on the other side of the ball. You guys take care of yourself.
Have a good night.